Welcome, everybody, to our Cambly Tutor Spotlight series, where we talk to some of the best and brightest Cambly tutors. I'm really excited today because we get to talk to Frank, who's one of the original Cambly tutors. Welcome, Frank.
Hey, thank you. Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
We're happy to have you. So can you tell everybody a little bit about when you started and how you actually found Cambly?
I've been with Cambly about this August, actually, will be 6 years. So I think I'm one of the veterans of the group. I was working for a company that asked me to post a job for them. And as I was posting the job description on many websites, I found a Cambly banner and it was looking for a tutor. So, looking for people that wanted to tutor. I clicked on it. I filled out the information. I sent a video. And voila, 6 years later, I'm still here.
That's awesome. Very good. What was your background beforehand, before you started with Cambly? Were you a teacher?
No, I wasn't a teacher. I actually worked for Modern Bride magazine. That's just my experience, just sales.
Wow. So from sales and you went into teaching, what was your first class like? Do you remember? Was it intimidating?
Yeah, I do remember it was intimidating and it really didn't go that well, to be honest. I didn't know what to expect. The student came aboard and I think he was asking for a lot and I wasn't ready for it. I think the first thing that the tutor should realize is, you really should start the conversation and kind of guide where it goes. This student kind of wanted a lot from me from the get-go and I didn't know how to handle it. So we did 2 classes and then we parted ways. It didn't go anywhere after that.
I think we've all had experiences like that. At first, it's a little rough. Well, you said that you've been here about 6 years, right? So I'm really curious to know, how has the platform changed? How has Cambly changed from when you started? And you're still tutoring. So what are the changes you have seen?
Well, the biggest thing is the functionality of the website. The easiest, like when tutors need help, it's very easy to find help on all the tools that we have at our disposal.
Yeah. I mean, I remember when I started and I don't even think there were priority hours. I don't think we had a reservation system at that time. It was, just sort of you grabbed whatever student called. Was it like that for you?
Yeah. When I first started with Cambly, I figured I was just grabbing 5-minute calls from students that were, using Cambly as a trial. So I would grab as many students. Some days I would grab 35, 40 of those students. Yeah. And really, introduce myself, introduce Cambly. Mm-hmm. And a lot of those students became actually regular students for me. Yeah. So it was very helpful. So for any, new tutor, do that. Do as many 5-minute calls because first of all, it's a good experience. Mm-hmm. And it'll help you build your base of students.
So what's your secret? How did you turn 5-minute calls into regular students? You must have had some unique perspective that appealed to the students.
Well, I can tell you one thing. When you meet a student, no matter who they are, obviously you're meeting them for the first time. Act like it's a long lost friend. Like show enthusiasm. I mean, every time I meet a student, hey, hi, how are you? What's your name? Where are you from? Like, be excited about meeting them. And then if they're nervous, you could put them at ease. If you can make a student laugh, you got them. That's so when they feel comfortable and everything. But I don't think there's anything. Just go with it. Just don't worry about it. That student could be a regular.
When you first started, where were most of the students calling from?
You name the country. I've met a student from there. Iran, Iraq, Turkey, Azerbaijan, the Netherlands. I mean, you name it. It's so fun to learn about. All these students. Yeah,
it really is. What are some of the things you've learned about their cultures? Anything come to mind?
Yeah, the biggest thing is religion. Also always be careful, always be courteous, no matter what the religion is. But religion is very big, especially in the Middle East, even in Turkey. Obviously, being a Muslim, the Ramadan is coming up soon.
Yes.
So, once you talk about their religion and you know what you're talking about, that impresses them. And then there's a lot of ladies that I've met from Saudi Arabia where I don't see the student. They can't show their face.
Yeah.
So I'm very, I make a joke. Oh, you look familiar. I mean, I can't see him. I can't see him, but I understand it. I totally understand. So you have to know your boundaries, but it's so fun to learn about so many different cultures.
Is that what keeps you coming back day after day, or what is it that motivates you to keep doing it after 6 years?
Just love it.
Yeah.
Generally love it. It's just so much fun. I'm a person that's dealing with a disability. I have to be home anyway, but I couldn't find a more perfect job than doing this on Cambly.
Oh, wow.
I actually look forward to it. And actually it helps me from a mental standpoint and from a physical standpoint. This lightens my life. Like I really just have so much fun doing it that if it wasn't for this, I don't know where I would be mentally or anything. So this has done more for Cambly has done more for me than I've done for Cambly without question. So,
oh my gosh, that's really beautiful. Do you have like a proudest Cambly moment? Anything amazing that you're like, wow, I really helped this person?
Yeah, I have so many. I have so many, but one student, his name was Sarat. He was from Turkey. He was a young man, like 22, 23. He wanted to be a pilot for Turkish Airlines, and it's very, very difficult. So we went back and forth for a long time, and Sarat became a pilot for Turkish Airlines.
Wow.
And he sent me a picture of his first flight in his uniform. And he went to Italy, which is my, motherland. That's where my parents are from. So it was really cool. So that's just one of many. I've helped students get, scholarships to Cornell, to Columbia, because, their interviews were in English. So they really had to sharpen their English. So there's so many.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, I know English, but I would want you to be my tutor. You're just really cool. And it would be really interesting to talk to you. It's no wonder the students really connect with you. So I was thinking about this the other day, and I thought, what student would just blow your mind? Who, if somebody came into your class, like you didn't know that they were coming. For example, in a perfect world, George Clooney might need help with his English, and I would be more than happy to help him with that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, to be honest with you, I think, I see a lot. I can be honest with you, I would love to teach the Pope how to learn English.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. The Pope, his English is not really that good. So I would love to have time with Pope Francis and really try to help.
What is the longest time period you've had a student? How long have you been teaching them?
Natalia, she's about 5 years, 4 years. So my students
Wow.
they've been with me for a long time.
Well, you sound super supportive to your students. Was that just natural, or did you learn to do that over time?
This is all I know. This is all I know. So it's not something I set out for. It's just, I want to be supportive. Like, I mean, I put myself in their shoes. This is like, this is the easy part. Those students are like, what's coming? What teacher am I going to get? They're very hesitant.
So did you ever have any fears or doubts that you'd be really successful here?
Yeah, of course. I never thought, oh, I'm going to knock this out of the park. I mean, you never know. But I think after the first student that didn't go really well, I was maybe a little hesitant, after the second student. But once I got rolling, once I kept just talking to 20, 30 students a day for 5 minutes, it became great. I said, I can do this. I can do this.
Do you remember about how long it took you for you to get really comfortable? How long did it take?
Yeah, I would say within the first 2-3 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah, it didn't take long. I think, what? It's not brain surgery. It's just be cordial, be nice.
Yeah.
Keep a light attitude, have a good time with it and make corrections. That's the name of the game. It's not such a difficult thing that we're doing. It's just be yourself, be kind, be funny if you can, and just to you. Thank you.
And I don't want to take tons of your time, but I really want to get your advice for any new Cambly tutors, actually not even new Cambly tutors, any Cambly tutors. What advice would you give them to really, we talked about engaging students and connecting with them, but what advice would you give new tutors or existing tutors to succeed here on Cambly?
Give corrections, make corrections. No matter how good you think their English is, they're always off by something. So corrections are the biggest thing. Like you mentioned, Lynn, you want to be engaged with that student. So again, my success is just caring. Show that you care. Don't just be a tutor running through the motions. I don't think I reinvented the wheel. It's just, be kind and show that you care about them, and they'll be back. They'll be back.
Good advice. Very good advice. Thank you so much for joining us, Frank. It was really interesting to hear your story, and thanks for giving advice to all of our tutors. That was awesome.
The pleasure was all mine. Thank you. I'm glad to help, but I enjoyed this myself.
Thank you. And thanks to everybody watching. If you have an interesting Cambly story, let us know. Tell us in the comments or send us a message, and maybe you can be in the next Tutor Spotlight. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.